So it would seem that I'm not the only one that has begun to notice the downfall of Candace Owens and Tucker Carlson, albeit Candy Owens is now bribing people to show her evidence of people actually making videos to attack her that are being paid by Israeli organizations, which I made a video about that. If you want to go and check out my response, I've actually made two about that, believe it or not. One, when I found out that she was paying and bribing people $10,000. And then another one when she revealed this concrete evidence. So go and check it out. But I I do believe that there is something definitely wrong with Candace Owens, and I don't believe that she is being paid. I just believe that she has this agenda. And same with Tucker Carlson, albeit Tucker seems to be very biased, especially when you come out and say that Qatar is America's number one ally or something along those lines. But it seems to me that there are other people, especially some younger people now, that are realizing just how far Candy Owens and Tucker Carlson are truly falling. Have a watch of this young girl share her take on the whole situation.
Let's talk about Candace Owens and Tucker Carlson, two people I honestly used to love but can't even stomach watching their stuff anymore after they betrayed what I feel is the American people. Now don't get me wrong, I'm not somebody who believes in cutting people off just because they have a few different opinions than me. In fact, I quite like hearing different perspectives. I feel like it helps you learn a lot. That being said, if you're going to have an entire opinion shift, I would like to hear a few facts as to why that happened rather than what seems to be an overnight change, and I haven't seen that from either of them. All they've repeated is easily debunkable propaganda talking points that are quite honestly dangerous to the American people as well as our allies. When it comes to somebody like Candace, who's going around trying to say that if you're in the American military, you should get dishonorably discharged rather than staying there, and you absolutely shouldn't join the military, that she regrets voting for Trump, that she believes that Israel is committing a genocide, all these dangerous talking points that just have no basis in reality. Similarly with Tucker, who's now made it his whole mission to basically defend Russia and Hamas. It's extremely dangerous, and one of two things has to be true here. Either back when they supported America, supported Trump, and supported Israel, they didn't know what they were talking about. They must have been uneducated because it's so vastly different than what they believe now, as they are claiming that they are educated. Or the opposite is true, which is my personal theory, that they are now being paid off, that they've stopped doing their research, or they just don't care to. And we know this is true because if you look at who's funding Tucker Carlson's new show, it's a businessman from Qatar. Qatar is the same country that funded these pro-terrorism protests all across American universities, searching for to create drama and problems for the United States. And now Tucker is echoing those same sentiments, literally having pro-terrorism people as guests on his show who he is overwhelmingly agreeing with. These two are very dangerous, and it's very unfortunate to see two voices that were raised up by the conservative community now do all of these terrible, harmful things to bash them and just make them look bad. I believe that they are grifters. I believe, especially Candace Owens, that she's just looking for clout and attention based off of this ever since she broke up with the Turning Point movement. I feel that she is upset with Trump because she thought that she would get a position with him, and then when she didn't, she completely lost her mind. Tucker, I think that it's more of a money thing. He lost his show on Fox, which was wrong, and now he's just basically repeating whatever talking points will keep his show going. It's very sad to see their downfall, but I have nothing to do with either of them anymore.
Like this girl said, it's very sad to see Candace Owens and Tucker's downfall. I used to listen to Candace as well as Tucker, and now it's hard to really stomach them because if you are looking at this from a rational or even just an intellectual standpoint, you can clearly see that Candace has lost her mind. The way she's acting, the things that she's saying, she's going so far away from the truth. And when you call account to that, how quickly she defends herself. So like this young girl said, two things could, or like either one is true. Either they were very educated when they were supporting Israel, and then now they're claiming that they're not, well, now they're claiming that they're more educated because they're going against Israel. So it's very interesting to me to watch this fall. Why did they decide to fall? So on one hand, in one moment, you can look at all the stuff that they were saying for quite some time was very much on the side of things that made sense. And now things don't make any sense at all. I don't know if you guys have noticed that too, but they're very emotional. Candace has become very narcissistic, very defensive of even her lies, which means that she's like very on the edge of a psychopathic nature. And when you call account to that, she makes up these bullshit claims that, well, it must be people are attacking me because they're being paid by Israel. So once again, this whole attitude, oh, the Jews are behind everything. That means legitimate people like myself and this girl are calling her to account and saying, what has actually happened to you? Because we're all wondering. It's not just like, I had an epiphany, and that epiphany is the Jews are responsible for everything. There must be something deeper. And like the girl said in regards to Tucker, could be a money thing because a businessman from Qatar finances his show. So there's a little bit of bias and a little bit of control because, as we know, money talks, doesn't it? And for Candace, it seems to be like this provocative grift. They're both grifting. They're both lying through the skin of their teeth. And now they were originally loved by conservatism, people on the right. Now they've become the bad faith individuals because, well, they've allowed the devil or they've allowed lies and they believe them, and now they're sharing them and they've associated themselves with even more of these bad faith individuals. And it is dangerous. It is very, very dangerous. So I guess we've just got to be very mindful of the things that Candace says, same with Tucker, and we've got to keep calling them to account because they're not going to go away anytime soon. No way. They've got millions of followers, man. So they're not going to go away. It's up to us, even though like I'm literally a small fry at the moment. Even that is the case, I will still do what is right. Go towards the truth. Anyway, that's enough from me, but well done to this girl for actually figuring it out too. And she explained it quite well, just in almost 3 minutes. Anyway, that's enough from me. You guys take care, be blessed, and I'll see you all in the next video.